Bob Yastrzemski with RJ Homes and eXp Realty here again. And today I just wanted to do an additional video just to update you on the tax assessments versus what all of those other properties sold for. And I'm referring to the video where I discussed the over list price multiple offer situations, and I'm going to be using the same properties, so the same three different sets of properties. We had the 4 in the southeast Edmonton, 4 in southwest Edmonton, and 4 in Sherwood Park. So I'm just going to share my screen here again. Hopefully you can see this. Let's just get this started. Here we go. Okay, let's start with this one. So this is actually Sherwood Park. So just to refresh your memory, these are those 4 kind of highest price sales, highest difference in price sales, that is, in all these 4. So we had the one for $740, that was the sale price. They had that triple attached bungalow listed at $650. Now, just to give you a reference point here, when you look at the tax assessment on this one, look at that. It was listed at tax assessment was at $515,000, and again they listed it for $650. That's a substantial difference. So it just goes to show you that it's not very often that the assessment is correct. We're just going to go through and really quickly run through all these. Galloway, that's that really nice bungalow that was very nicely updated. They had listed it at $525, and the actual assessed value, look at that, $410. Substantial difference again. The assessor obviously did not see just how much value all those renovations added. Here, let's just continue on. This one here on Ivy. So this property was kind of the opposite, where it was listed as is, pretty much needed renovations throughout. It was very, very dated. It was listed at $324 and sold for $380. But if we compare that to the assessment, this one's interesting because it was actually assessed a little higher at $387. So it goes both ways. Sometimes the assessor thinks it's worth more, even though it isn't. And in this case, it was actually sold for very close to that assessment price. But typically, we don't see that to be the case with properties that need a lot of renovations. It just happens to be a very, very much a seller's market here right now. So this last one here on First Street, this one was assessed at $383, and it was sold. There you go. First Street, list price $459 and still sold for $515, well over the list price. So very substantial difference between the assessment versus the list price. So we're just going to get rid of these ones and continue on. Now we're off to the southwest. So these again, top sellers, kind of highest difference in price between the asking price and versus the sale price. This is that luxury property in Windermere. They were asking $1.375 and sold for $1.575, so $200,000 over list price. This is that one that sold unconditionally, and let's just see what it was assessed at. This one on Watson was assessed at $1.292, so it was assessed well below the asking price, and it sold for much higher than that yet. It was assessed at $1.292 and listed for $1.350. So let's go back here and check out the rest of these. There's one in Rutherford here. That one was a lower priced one at $399.9, and let's see, what was it assessed at? So, and this one was assessed at $424, and they listed it for $399. So this is interesting because it was actually assessed at quite a bit higher than the asking price, if I remember correctly. Yeah, the asking price was $399 on this one. So there you go. It goes both ways. Next one here in Chappelle. Let's take a look at what that one in Chappelle was listed for. Chappelle 424, and the asking price was 437. So a little bit difference. And last one is again in Chappelle. This one they were asking 464 and sold for 485, and the assessment was at 418. So again, quite a bit lower, and of course it sold for a lot higher than that. So you really have to make sure that you have a good idea of what it is that your actual value is. Of course, you can contact a trusted real estate agent that has a lot of experience in today's market conditions, and they'll help you out with that. If you don't have a real estate agent that you're working with, please don't hesitate to give us a call and drop your comments below. You can email us, contact us. All of our contact information is below, and we'll be happy to assist you with assessing your home. Okay, so let's continue on with our last example here. Yeah, so this is in Southeast Edmonton. Remember, this one is the one that was in Walker from the previous video. It was asking price $500 and it sold for $540, and the assessment value was $493. So it was assessed slightly lower than the asking price, but it sold for quite a bit higher. So let's go back to the next one here. This one was in Summerside. This one, they had it listed at $485 and it sold for $512.5. And let's see what it was assessed at. $448 versus the asking price of $485 and selling for $512. So substantial difference. Another one here, and this one in Ellerslie. It was listed for $459.9, sold for $487, and the assessment value $381. Wow, what a difference. So there you go. You really can't trust the assessment values because that was nowhere near the asking price, or the substantially different than the final sales price. The last one here, again, this one's in Ellerslie. They're asking $441 and sold for $465, and this one, the assessment value was $442. Wow, again, look at the difference. $442 assessed, asking $441 and sold for $465. So just goes to show you that pretty much every one of these was completely out of the realm of what the actual asking value was. So again, please remember, if you guys have any questions whatsoever, if you're looking for an assessment on your home, if you're considering selling your home, you're considering buying a home, you really need the advice of a trusted real estate agent. If you have one, please contact them. If you don't, contact us. We'd be happy to assist you in any way we can. Leave those comments below. Remember to subscribe, and we'll continue on sharing these kind of useful videos for you. We're hoping to give you a lot of value here. Make sure that you can equip yourself with all the proper information in this crazy market. It is really changing quickly, and the market's very complex, lots of moving parts. So hoping that we can assist you in any way possible. Thank you very much for tuning in, and looking forward to seeing you next time.